Hi everyone, welcome to Hummingbird Spirit Rising. This is attempt number 3 to do this reading. I'm not sure what's going on today, but I don't know if I'm just not feeling it. This is going to be my final attempt, so if this doesn't work, then yeah, you won't even see this. So all I'm trying to do is a mini reading for the North Node going into Aries, which happened on the 17th of July. The South Node is currently in Libra, as it's the opposite to Aries, and this is going to continue for 18 months. The focus with the North Node being in Aries is on the self and your personal aspirations. What we're trying to release with Libra being in the South Node being in Libra are unhealthy or restrictive relationship patterns. My light has gone off again. I'm not sure why my light keeps going off. I think it's a sign I'm just not meant to do this reading today. There might be an underlying theme here of how others inspire and support your goals. But let's get into the reading and see if we can actually get this done, because as I say, attempt number 3 now, and I don't know what's going on. It's just, yeah, it's not flowing. In the last attempt, I felt really confused, like I was losing the plot, and yeah, it's like many false starts. So I don't know if anybody can relate to that, feeling confused, false starts, if that's part of what's going on with the energies. But this is going to be a collective reading. It can't necessarily resonate with everyone, but we'll see what comes out. So let's get the main theme or focus for this period of time over the next 18 months with the North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra. And I hope you can see clearly, because as I say, my light keeps on switching itself off for some reason, and it's brand new, so I don't know what's going on. Right, we have the 6 of Cups, and that's the main theme. The first thing that's just come into my mind is reviewing the past, which that does make sense for a nodal transit. Let's get your energy coming into this this time period. Okay, we've got 2. We have the 5 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords as well. Let's get any challenges that we'll be trying to overcome during this time, or address or deal with. Any challenges? Oh, we've got far too many there. No way. Let's try that again. So any challenges that we're going to be overcoming. That's better. 2 of Cups. And finally, any guidance or advice as we deal with whatever's going to happen over the next 18 months. No, too many. Try that again. Something almost wanted to come out then, but not quite. And the whole deck's gone flying now. See, I don't know what's going on today, but this is just not flowing. So maybe you can relate to something not flowing, or life not flowing, or something. But very weird. That was half the deck that just fell out. And it's an easy deck to use. It's the Gilded Tarot. Very easy to handle. So I don't know, if it was another deck, a slippery deck, I could understand it flying everywhere, but no, it's the gilded one. So not sure what's going on. Okay, right, here is our guidance. You know what, it doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. Everything doesn't feel right today, so let's try that again one more time. Advice or guidance. There we go, that feels better. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, and the Magician literally just flipped in my hands, as if, I don't know if you've ever experienced it, if you pull your own cards, where the cards are literally in your hands, nice and safe and secure, and it's almost as if somebody else has flipped them over while they're in your hand. That happens to me quite often. So if anyone has any explanations for what that's about, then let me know. I'm going to get a Power of Surrender card to see what we need to surrender over this period of time as well. Let's see. Anything you can tell us for this period of time where the North Node is in Aries. What do we need to know? Okay, we have surrender to negative thinking, which I think we'll put that, should we put it here? And surrender to trust. Hopefully that will fit on. I'm still trying to play around with the setup and lighting and everything, so see how it goes. And I think next we will get a spirit animal oracle card to give us a little bit more insight into what's going on. Okay, we've got two. We have snake spirit, and snake spirit says time to heal. It's also about shedding old skin, isn't it? And then you've got the Four of Swords there. And with the Six of Cups, it could be about healing the past. Well, it would be if it's a nodal transit, wouldn't it? And we have koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Hopefully you can see that just about. Okay, so I'm going to use the vice versa deck. I'm going to torture myself with the vice versa deck to clarify. I've got a love-hate relationship with the vice versa deck. I think it's brilliant, but number one, it's really slippery, and it's just, for the way I read, it's awkward getting the cards to come out, so that's why I say I'm kind of torturing myself with it. So first of all, let's have a look at these oracle cards again. So surrender to negative thinking, and that says, you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. And surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So I wonder here if, and this could be from childhood with that Six of Cups there, if there is a specific person or people in your life where their opinions have sort of left you feeling a bit shit about the about who you are, about decisions you've made. That's a possibility. We have here, as I said, we've got time to heal, and spirit has a plan. So that would fit into time to heal. Spirit has a plan. I mean, spirit always has a plan, really. And then if you want to co-create and you put your intentions out there, then spirit definitely has a plan. So let's clarify that Six of Cups first of all. And that's the main theme. So as I said, the first thing that came to mind, I think I said, was something about reviewing the past. So what do we have to clarify that Six of Cups? Anything? This is what happened in the last two readings as well, where I was trying to get clarifiers and nothing wanted to come out. It just took forever. So, well, there we go. Got a flyer. Got two flyers. We have, is this the Knight or the Page? This is the Page of Cups. See, that's what I was saying about maybe there's something from childhood. That page is back, is turned. It's like they're hiding their feelings. So I don't know if there was anyone in your past where you felt that you had to hide your feelings. Maybe they made you feel foolish, or they kind of put a damper on your dreams, possibly. And then we have, this came out before actually the moon, and I was absolutely convinced it was the star. That was the very first attempt I did for the reading, and that was the one where I just felt completely confused, like I'd lost the plot. Thought this was the star. When I looked it up, it was the moon, which is associated with confusion. So I wonder if the confusion that I've been feeling in doing these, trying to do these readings, is something that you felt as a child, that you've had a lot of false starts, where you've tried to start projects or jobs or just certain things on your path in life, and you've had a lot of false starts, possibly because you've had people or a person in your life that's kind of knocked your confidence throughout your childhood. This is the same side, because these cards are two-sided. This is the same side that came up when I did the very first attempt with a reading as well. And it's an eclipse in the background, isn't it? So in a weird way, I wonder if it's like someone sort of eclipsing whatever you try to achieve or want to do, or making it seem like it's so mysterious that it's impossible or too difficult to do. Let's get one more clarifier for that. I'm definitely getting like a weird lack of confidence from that Page of Cups, and like having to hide feelings and not being able to show your real self. And then we've got surrender to negative thinking, haven't we? Oh, and then the surrender to trust card said, trust yourself in your decisions, don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions. Let's get one more clarifier for that. I mean, the moon can be deep emotions as well, and it's things that are hidden, isn't it? Maybe someone tried to hold you back by hiding information, possibly. Okay, now we definitely have the star here this time. It's the star, isn't it? Let me just check just to be certain this time. Right, we have the star here. Yeah. So to me, that's your dream. Yeah, it's the other cards that have come out. The star to me would be that's your dreams, that's your hope, especially with that Page of Cups there. That's like the childhood optimism. I mean, the Page of Cups is really innocent. They're a dreamer. You then have the Devil. That would be where you've been held back, or as I said, it may be people in your life that have held you back and made you feel, the word useless has come to mind, and that's a pretty strong word to come up, but yeah, useless came up. But then with the Devil's back turned, it's like it's something that you would potentially fear, but then I'm trying to think, how can I put it? It's like, you know, like if you have, like back in the day, whatever back in the day means to you, and say the kids were home with mum, I'm doing it in a traditional way now, and the kids do something and play up in some way, do something naughty, and mum says, wait till your dad gets back. And it's like you're scared of your dad, and I don't have this experience, by the way, but I'm giving it as an example. You're scared of your dad, but you don't even know what's going to happen when your dad gets home. So like it's the fearing the unknown. You know you're going to get punished, but you have no idea what the punishment is going to be, but you're absolutely terrified of it. And then what's that next to? That's next to the star. We have also here the Hermit, I believe. Yeah, we have the Hermit. I guess that's where you would have to go off on your own journey to figure things out, if you've had someone in your life that's kind of held you back and held you down and kind of stopped you in your tracks on your own path and on your own sense of self-discovery. Okay, let's look at the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords, and this is your energy coming in. And then looking at this Five of Swords here, I'm getting defeated. I mean, the Five of Swords is conflict. It's winning at all costs. It can be self-sabotage. But yeah, defeated. And with the Four of Swords, I guess it's maybe healing from a sense of defeat in however that's come about. I mean, you've got a time to heal there. Let's clarify. And as I mentioned earlier, I mentioned that the release side of things with the South Node in Libra is unhealthy or restrictive relationship patterns. So if there are people in your life that have made things difficult, then that's something to think about. And you've got the Two of Cups there as well. That is the challenge, isn't it? And the Two of Cups is it's connections. It can be connection with people first and foremost, I would say. But it can be connections to things as well. Like it's whatever matches your cup energetically or emotionally. But let's go back to that Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. Whatever it is, whatever has got in your head, it's probably something that's been there for a long time, and it's taken a lot to get over. It's a thought pattern, isn't it? That negative surrender to negative thinking. It's probably created a long-term negative pattern of thoughts. Let's clarify. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This one came out in the very first reading as well, but it came out as the theme. And it wasn't surprising because Aries is very independent and a go-getter. This person here in the Nine of Pentacles, it's a sense of independence and having everything you need as well, isn't it? So I guess I would say that's, if you're healing here in this Four of Swords, then that's what you're focused on now, is the self, isn't it? Building yourself, building your own life. And more so than thinking about where other people fit into it as well. But let's get another clarifier for that. Okay, I've got some cards that wanted to come out, but I'm not certain, but I'll show them anyway. We have the Page of Wands and the Chariot. Yeah. And to me, that's giving me a sense of where you might be feeling like, well, you may be in a place now where you're healing. And as I say, you are more focused on yourself, but you may be thinking to yourself, this is what I should have done all along, because the Page of Wands is very, I mean, it's supposed to be a child, but look, he's got a six-pack. Ridiculous, but yeah. I mean, it's a good card. I'm not knocking the cards, but it is meant to be a child. So yeah, for a child to have a six-pack and muscles, it's a bit odd, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, so the Page of Wands is very much an adventurer, and they're just ready for anything, aren't they, really? They're just ready to get going. And then the Chariot, there is a bit of conflict between the two, and I don't even know what these are, because it's usually horses or it's sphinxes or something, but these, I have no idea what kind of hybrid creatures they are. But usually in the Chariot, well, in a lot of Chariot cards from different decks, they are usually in a bit of conflict, where one's trying to go one way, one's trying to go the other way. This one here is looking down and looks a bit slow. This one's going forward. I always get yin and yang vibes from that as well. But yeah, it's sort, these two cards together are sort of making me think that you're thinking, this is what I should have done all along, is go off on my own path. It could be that your family may have held you back. Maybe you've got a family, I mean, if the Hierophant came out, that would definitely be a hint that maybe there are certain traditions in your family, or the ways that things have been done, and you've wanted to follow a different path, and maybe you've just thought, oh, well, I just can't. You felt like you can't do it because you didn't want to disappoint them or whatever it was. But for whatever reason, you've been held back. But now your energy coming into this is that you definitely want that to change, whether you're just thinking about it, which I would say you are, if it's the Four of Swords is there, or you could have set the ball rolling. So shall I get another? I'll get one more clarifier for that. Actually, I wasn't even going to use that Page of Wands or the Chariot, but I guess it makes sense. So let's get one more for that. Oh, okay. This came out as well. I wasn't going to take this, but it kind of double flipped out somehow. Six of Pentacles. The other side came out first, where it looks like this person here is sort of assessing. It looks like they're assessing what they've built, possibly, or just looking down on something. Okay, so on this side, the person's looking out. It feels like they're looking out thinking about what they can contribute to the world, to be honest. I mean, the Six of Pentacles is about generosity. This side, I mean, this isn't the side that came up, but it's either looking at a model of a town, or it's that the person's a giant. But either way, there's contemplation there. But this side, this is the side that we're focused on. And as I say, it's like they're looking at, thinking, what can I contribute to the world? What can I give? And again, that may be something you're doing, because as I said, with that Page of Wands and the Chariot, it's like thinking, this is what I should have done all along, is to go on my own path. Go off on my own path and figure out who I am, because the Page of Wands, sorry, is kind of about finding your identity as well, isn't it? Let's look at the Two of Cups, which is the challenge that we need to overcome. And I would say the challenge is relationships. So let's see in what context that is. Maybe something about how you connect with people. Okay. We have Death, I believe. Yeah, we have Death. We have Strength. And we have the Eight of Cups. I'm getting Courage from the Strength card, which is, to be honest, it's what I often get from the Strength card. But if the I think it's the Empress, isn't it? With the Lion. Is it a lion? Yep. Empress with the lion facing the devil, then that is definitely courage, more so than any other card to me, because you're facing, I don't even think it's, I would say your fears, but I don't even feel like it's in this card, it's not her fears or the lion's fears. I don't know what. It's facing something to do with fear, but I couldn't define it as your fears. I'm not sure how to express what I'm trying to say with it. I guess it would be like facing the things that try to drag you down, really. That's the only way I can define it. The Death card here, so it's definitely the time of rebirth on this side. I mean, the other side is, yeah, that's the side where the person's already crossed over and being mourned. So this is giving me Judgment vibes, actually, this side. Well, death has come, haven't they? So it is a time of rebirth. And it's going to take courage. And then you've got the Eight of Cups there. So the opposite side is where the person has walked off and gone off to find the Ninth Cup. This side is where something's missing, and then you've got like I'm assuming it's either a meteor or is it a wishing star? Shooting star. I don't know which one it is. Where there's something missing here, and you've got that child again. So again, I'm getting that vibe of maybe something from childhood where something was missing. And it's like the kid is maybe wishing on a star because something's missing. Maybe something's been missing in your relationships, and I don't necessarily just mean romantic. It could be friendships, because Two of Cups can be platonic as well. It's more so, I mean, this isn't a love reading, so it's more so about just sharing your cup, whose energy matches yours, whose energy you match, what you have in common, how you connect emotionally. Let me get one more clarifier for that. Maybe you need to have the courage to face what's missing from your connections and interactions with people to have a rebirth. Let's get one more for that. We have the Two of Pentacles here. This to me is very much, this section here is giving me Libra energy. With the Two of Pentacles, you've got this person juggling or balancing the pentacles. I mean, he looks quite content. He looks quite happy doing it. On this side, this is making me think people pleasing, because you've got the people in the background. They're clearly amused by what the person's doing, standing on one leg, keeping his balance while juggling everything. And it's an infinity symbol, isn't it? So it's like nobody could juggle like that forever. Behind him on this side, you've got a ship sailing. Okay, let me have a look. Is it sailing away or is it coming towards him? Either way, there's a ship here sailing in the background. And to me, it's almost making me think that that ship is opportunities that you've missed because you're too busy balancing everything. Possibly people pleasing on this, where it shows on this side. But you've missed opportunities because you're balancing things that you probably shouldn't have to balance. And it could be relationships with people. One of my readers that I've gone to quite often and you know, followed and kept up with over the last 5 years, one of the personal readings she did for me, she said something along the lines of, and it was a love reading she did it for, that Libra is always trying to balance things in relationships. And I'm not quoting her exact words because this was a very long time ago, but it was that you need to get to a point where you sort of like, right, this is who I am, this is what I bring to the table, can you balance me or balance with me, or something to that effect. But basically the gist is, instead of you trying to balance things within your relationships or connections, the other person needs to come and contribute equally too. I mean, maybe it's something as simple as where you're always the one that makes the effort to keep the friendship or whatever it is going. Or maybe you're so busy helping other people that you never seem to get to do things that you want to do for yourself. But either way, there's got to be a rebirth. Something has to change because something's clearly missing. So that's why I said Libra energy, that whole people pleasing, constantly trying to bring balance. But then is anyone else trying to bring the balance, or is it just you? Are you doing it all by yourself? I mean, this person, they're on one leg. He's not even got two legs that are, you know what I mean, on the ground helping him. It's just the one leg. So, okay. So that was the challenge that we need to overcome. It looks like within relationships, what's missing? What do we need to have the courage to face that's missing? And is it potentially that we're so busy trying to balance relationships and things for other people that we miss out on opportunities for ourselves? And it's possible that we could do that as a distraction as well. Because looking at the other cards, negative thinking, looking at the cards as the main theme, where I said in the past maybe people have kind of made you feel like shit, and like maybe they've made you feel useless, like you're not good enough, you've had to hide your feelings. Sometimes we focus, and I've done this myself, where you focus heavily on other people because you don't want to face yourself, really. You'd rather deal with other people's shit than face your own shit. So let's go to the guidance. Right, we've got 10 of Pentacles and the Magician. I mean, that's obviously saying, well, first of all, it's telling you to have confidence, and it's probably saying that you've got the tools. I mean, the Magician's got all of the tools to do whatever it is that he needs to do to get abundance. But I would say it calls for confidence. Be confident that you can use the tools that you have. But let's clarify. And this is supposed to be a mini reading, and I can see it's nearly half an hour, which typical me. So clarifying the 10 of Pentacles and the Magician as advice. We have the 10 of Pentacles again. And we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles came out in one of the first reading, was it, or the second reading? It might have been the second attempt, possibly. There's a lot about physical building here, because the King of Pentacles, he builds physically. He uses resources, doesn't he, to build, but he's very confident and secure with it. He knows what he's. There's not really any worry with the King of Pentacles. It's just he can build anything from anything, pretty much. And then again, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. This card gives me a big sense of legacy. I almost feel like this King of Pentacles here is that person in the future, which is you, I guess. Building your legacy and maybe deciding what you want your legacy to be. Maybe you focus so much on negative thinking, things that have held you back, and maybe trying to help other people that you haven't even considered, what do I want my legacy to be? Or even if you haven't attempted to work on it or build it. Maybe you don't know where to start. Let's get one more clarifier for that. Let's try that again. A couple fell out, but nothing that felt right. Okay. The Lovers, that came out before as well. I'm just getting passion. The word passion just came to mind with that. And passion is in the sense of, so the Lovers is choosing what you love. And to me, I think it's because of the flames, isn't it, that are there that's making me think passion. But then you've got a tree there that's grown. So that's earth energy to me. And I suppose it's taking that passion and using it practically to build or create whatever it is you want, but in a practical sense. And then we have the Hierophant. Is it the Hierophant? Yes, it is. With this deck, because it's, as I say, the vice versa deck, I torture myself with it because sometimes I find that the cards a little bit confusing, and I haven't used it as much as I have the other decks as well. And we've got a baby in the bottom here as well. I would say that those two together, because I think, remember when I said in the beginning, you may have had someone, and I think it was here, and these two cards, the Moon and the Devil, that you may have had people in your life, family possibly, that have prevented you from achieving things, and they may have kept information from you that would have helped you to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So I would say focus on your passion, what you're passionate about, and using that to build practically. And yeah, don't worry about whoever is in your life that has tried to hide, to keep things from you. You may have to rebel a bit against tradition as well, even if it's in your own family. But this baby, the baby has the key, don't they? Maybe you're going to be breaking traditions in your family and kind of opening the doors for other people to do things differently. But because this Hierophant's back is turned, that's what's making me think that there is someone there that's just keeping info to themselves. Okay. So I hope that was clear. So basically the advice was, let's just go back over the cards. You just need to have the confidence to use the tools to create practically. That's saying the same thing. The King of Pentacles creates, that's your legacy. Follow your passions, basically. And as I say, you may have to step out of tradition. Tradition may be in the sense of culture within your own family, maybe within your friendship group, to be honest. Maybe you need to get a new set of friends or connections to get to where you want to go. I'm just going to get the book and have a look at this Spirit Has a Plan card, because I feel like I need to read that. So let's have a look. It's number 35. Okay, it says, in nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction, which is that to me, that's that Two of Pentacles, where you're just focused on everyone else and balancing other people. Every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need. That's the Magician. We have all that we need, and that Spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You are being asked to trust that by moving slowly, surrender to trust, with faith in the abundance. You've got two Ten of Pentacles there. In With faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation. Magician manifests as well heavily. Experience the manifestation of your desire. Desire is the six of the lover, sorry, not the six. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance you seek. Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment. All gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in Spirit's plan for you, and know that you are loved and cherished. And that is something you may have lacked a feeling of being loved and cherished as a child, possibly. Right, the protection message. Are you feeling uneasy and mistrustful of the world? Have you been hiding in a safe spot, afraid to venture out because you're convinced that life and other people will disappoint you? Again, that relates to those cards that are potentially from childhood. Maybe people have disappointed you a lot. Okay, it says, Koala Spirit has appeared to let you know that your faith is misplaced. The present safety you seek is already passing away because all things are temporary and outer conditions are always changing. Find your safety by placing your faith and trust in Spirit, who will grow the abundance that is already yours. Perhaps you are acting slowly and overly cautiously because you lack faith that there is more for you out there than what you know. You may have boxed yourself into a safe place that has nothing else to give you and become so familiar with it that you have forgotten to explore. Are you feeling pessimistic and convinced there is nothing more out there for you? Koala Spirit reminds you that self-care is meant to replenish you so that you can venture out again in faith, trusting that there is no limit to the joy the Spirit wants you to experience. Be good to yourself and reconnect with Spirit to reclaim your faith in things yet unseen. What was I just thinking? So the self-care, the healing, clearly healing is required here with the Four of Swords. And you got the Time to Heal card as well. It says about being boxed in. You may have boxed yourself into a place possibly, but that might be because of things that you've experienced as a child where you were boxed in anyway, and you've just taken that into adulthood. Is that blurred? I feel like it's blurred. Okay, hopefully that's made sense. I may do another mini reading, although I don't know how it's a mini reading at 30 odd minutes, because this is an 18-month time period, so it's likely that I'll check in again. I would like to do more readings on major astrological transitions, because I find it really interesting. I've got quite limited knowledge of astrology. I mean, I know about all of the signs. I know a little bit about the houses and the planets, but I'm kind of hoping that learning more about astrology will enhance how I interpret the tarot cards as well. I do have a few astrologers that I check out regularly, and I've been looking at astrology apps. So if anybody's got any suggestions for really good astrology apps that they've used, let me know. I am working on monthlies as well. I want to get monthlies out for August, hopefully on the 1st of August, but we'll see. So until the next reading, take care. Thanks for watching.